What are some of the kind of like key learnings or lessons from fundraising that you could share with us?
We've had an interesting fundraising journey. I think early on it was tough to raise money. Bounce, we had this big vision for Bounce, and some folks really get it, and it really clicks with them, and it's just a really nice match. There's also folks who are like, "What is this? Like, this is so outside of any kind of thesis that we have." And then, of course, having been in the game for several years now, I've of course seen all the waves of oh, you should do a crypto company because valuations are higher, and then oh, you should do a Web3 company because you'll get like look at the valuations that are happening, or now it's AI, and so it's been interesting sort of building balance and just standing strong on our own vision and convictions when it seems like it's kind of a new thing every couple of years in the tech industry. Cool new things too. There's nothing I'm downplaying there. But yeah, our seed round was um, actually there was an interesting story. I built Bounce to I think 40,000 monthly revenue or 20,000 net revenue back then, and I was pitching a lot of VCs. I was getting a number of um, rejections. And I was actually my girlfriend at the time was a VC. I remember her partner, her venture partner, her boss said, "Oh, there's this company that's in this like cool hot new enterprise space. Like go show up to his office, like do whatever it takes, show up with a blank term sheet and get the deal done." And I remember thinking, "Dang, I built this company to like 40,000 in revenue, and this dude hasn't even his co-founder hadn't even quit his job yet. Like, what am I doing wrong here?" And so I think it's easy to get caught up in building a company that VCs want. But I think what I've seen time and time again is if you build a business for customers, you build a business that really, you know, where customers is who you serve and not investors. Of course, there's important things to look at. And I've learned a lot from investor conversations where it's helped me think about the business in certain ways. And then the other fundraising learning, our A round ended up being relatively easy to raise, um, which I'm very fortunate for. It was cool to have both experiences, the like the harder fundraise and then the easier one. The A round, I had actually met the folks at a16z, and they basically said to me, "Hey, this is really exciting what you're doing. We if you want to kind of skip the fundraising process." If you think that we would be the best firm for you, um, then let's work together. And so then they set me up with a reverse pitch where they brought in some folks to kind of pitch me on what a16z could do for Bounce. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. I like this way of fundraising more. And I think what enabled that to happen was um, the year before that we were coming off of, we had grown 38x in 1 year, and that was really the result of all of the work we did in the pandemic, blindfolded, right? Not having users as much during that time because things were just so suppressed. But we built all this infrastructure with the idea that once the pandemic lifted, we would just surge, and then we saw that, and unfortunately, that made fundraising really easy.